You must have been destroyed. At some point in your life, someone must have thrown you down on the ground and hit you in the head. That makes you like, yeah, fighting games are my redemption arc. I think at this day and age, if a game doesn't have rollback, it won't sell. I don't know if that's true. I think that Twitter has a way of making it look like whoever's on Twitter, like that's what everyone in the fighting game community is thinking. But I don't actually think that's a fair view. I think actually, if a game doesn't have rollback, I think 95% of the people who are considering buying it are still going to buy it because they're not on Twitter. They're not even really in the comments sections of fighting game videos. They're the 11 million people who bought Mortal Kombat and don't give a damn whether there's rollback in it or not. I don't think the Twitter chatter about fighting games has much bearing on whether people are going to buy a game or not. Yeah, it's 10 that they had to retrofit it, and then 11 was built with it, which obviously it was worth retrofitting their game with rollback because they could use it in future games. For Under Night In-Birth 2, or the update to CLR, or whatever they're going to call it, we already know that they are working on something next for Under Night In-Birth. They've done rollback, and is it the smoothest rollback on Earth? Maybe not, but it does work. It's perfectly serviceable. The really successful fighting games are mostly sales to super casuals who've probably never thought one day about rollback. Absolutely. But I will say, even if you know nothing about netcode and you wander online and have a bad experience because of bad netcode, it still might make you put down the game or even the genre. Absolutely. What's the word? The two are not mutually exclusive. A game doesn't need to have rollback to sell well, but a game that doesn't have rollback is unlikely to have people play the online mode often or more than once. That's what we really need. Getting people to buy a fighting game has never been a problem. Getting people to continue playing a fighting game, we all know that that's the real challenge, especially if you've tried to get your friends into fighting games. You'd think that as a YouTuber, I'd be able to like get my friends who are not related to the channel at all to play fighting games. Never works. Never ever works. Maybe I'm just really bad at convincing people to play stuff, but they're like, it takes a broken mind, I think, to want to continue playing a fighting game. I think you have to be, in some way, you must have been destroyed. At some point in your life, someone must have thrown you down on the ground and hit you in the head. That makes you like, yeah, fighting games are my redemption arc. This is how I prove to the world that I can do something. That I can dedicate myself to one thing and become amazing at it. But normal people, they're never going to feel that way. They don't need to. Masochists, indeed, that's what I think. I've played Switch Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'll survive Wi-Fi rollback. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Who knows, maybe the Dragon Ball community on Switches, maybe they're just better about having LAN cables. By the way, I still don't have a LAN adapter for my Switch. I don't play online on my Switch, in fairness, but I am a YouTuber. I think the channel has 264,000 subs, and by the way, don't have a LAN adapter for my Switch because bothered, don't care. Maybe I just won't. I think I won't do it on purpose. They have slightly atoned for their sins by putting a LAN port on the Switch OLED dock, but that is 7 years too late. Or how old is the Switch? 5? That's 5 years too late. Too little, too late. If you're gonna make a dock, put the bloody LAN adapter in the dock from day one. I don't care how much it costs. Hot take, the F2C was never hard, just made of dedicated masochists. It's very tempting to take that and run with another hour just chatting about that one topic, but I won't. I won't take... That's bait.